Heidi-ho there everyone, and welcome back to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Now, last time we played this game, we got all the way through the rest of Jeremy's story, and we saw the ending of that, and his sad ending where he was praying in the church, and we started off on Wendy's story. So, now we're going to go ahead and get right back into it, and yeah, so let's do this. Alright, so we just made it back to where we were before. For some reason it backed me all the way up to back down where we went through Jeremy's end of his story. So now we're back at this house where we stopped last time. And yeah, so we're going to start learning a little bit about Wendy's story. And yeah, so let's do it. My recording might be super jerky for some of this because it's running like 26 frames for some reason. Wish I could talk. Alright, so story thing already.
You do look ever so drawn this morning.
That bloody dog kept me awake. And there was that thing in the sky. The radio says it was an electrical storm, but I don't know what it was. This morning, I found some dead birds in the garden.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it might have had something to do with the atmospheric conditions.
Why, Stephen will probably know. I'll give him a call in a bit.
Wendy, I've popped around because we've had some incidents with some of the more elderly residents. Mrs. Boughton has, well, vanished, for want of a better word. Wandered off somewhere, no doubt. I thought I'd best check and see you're all right.
The council are talking about a flu epidemic.
Yes, well, I'm not sure it's flu as such. But no headaches, nosebleeds, no joint pains or digestive issues.
Dr. Wade, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Go and find some real sick people to look after. And if you see that son of mine, tell him that his mother's looking for him.
Okay, so Wendy is clearly the older lady that we were hearing that was sitting over here in this chair. Her son is Stephen, who people think has everything to do with this whole situation. They think he's kind of the root cause of all this. So, no, that's locked. That's not. Alright. So, yeah. So, Wendy's looking for Steven now. Trying to figure out if he knows what's up. Oh, by the way, if my voice sounds, like, super weird today, I'm sorry. But, allergies are kind of a thing, and they really do suck. So, sorry about that. I know it sounds super weird, but I'm just super duper stuffed up right now. And nothing I'm doing is helping at all, so, you know. But I can be here recording and playing, so, you know, life's good. Oh, okay. Did not know that gate was going to smack me like that. Alright. Let's advance onward with our story. County and kin. Fascinating. Alright, so I think we've seen all there is to see in this house. Oh heck, I can't be on this side. So maybe this was Wendy's house, maybe it wasn't. But the doctor that we saw last time, who had that really sad monologue about how it was like no flu he'd ever seen, stuff like that. That doctor was there talking to her, as well as someone else, not sure who that third person was, but yeah, so the doctor and Wendy were both there. So, Jeremy's tied all this was he was like the emotional support for everyone, and in the end he was the one who really needed it, kind of a thing. And Wendy is obviously tied to it because Steven's her son, and Steven seems to be at the root of this. So, we'll continue to develop the story, I suppose. Each of them seems to have something that people rely on them for that then they prove to not actually have that, I suppose you could say. Kind of like how, you know, most people...
Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning.
I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that Father Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
It seems very quiet in the village, actually, Wendy. Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, Father, I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that we've had some vandalism in the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie gone. And these thugs and yops running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
He had a good life, Wendy.
Had a short life. I look to my birds, Father. Lives lived unencumbered, free and simple. That's as God meant things to be.
Okay, so Wendy doesn't have a very high opinion of Father Jeremy, who we saw his end at the end of the last episode. She obviously doesn't seem to like him, or thinks that he's trying to, that he's telling people about the flu just to get donations, kind of a thing. Okay, so yes, okay, so the church, yeah, we already went to the church. Observatory, we obviously know that's going to be a big one. Man walking a dog, okay. Houses. The windmill's another big one.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984. I don't understand what that means.
Okay. Fascinating. What could that day mean? December 1983. Anyway, so yeah. These pictures obviously have some sort of significance to the final places of certain people. I don't remember all of this game, so a lot of this is going to be me kind of exploring it with you guys. Some of it'll be, I already know what's going to happen, but I won't spoil it, of course, anything like that. But, okay, so nothing in here. I kind of thought there was going to be, but there wasn't at all, and so... Yeah, sorry about the audio spikes, about me kind of coughing there, clearing my throat, but like I said, lots of allergy stuff going wrong right now, and it kind of is awful, but it's all good. We'll get past it. Okay, so there's that gate up there that I think is locked. Okay, this is probably going to be another story point. Probably, not sure, but yeah. Let's find out. No? No? Wow, okay, I got super hyped about that for no reason at all. Okay, cool. So there's countryside. Alright, so also upload schedule. I have slightly changed things, so now I'm going to be uploading more frequently in the week. So for those of you that watch this video, because I know that my views are slowly decreasing, but for those of you that watch this video, uploads are going to be increasing. There's going to be 6 a week, I think, instead of... Yeah, there's going to be 6 a week instead of what I had before, being at like 3 or 4. So it's gonna be at 6 now. So this EGTTR video will be coming out on Thursday. There will be a Skyrim video coming out tomorrow, and then yeah, so Skyrim video coming out tomorrow. And then more collab videos, stuff like that. I'll let you guys know. But yeah. So just wanted to update you guys, new schedule, more frequent uploads, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Tell your friends, get them to subscribe, all that sort of stuff.
It got as far as the Haverton substation before we cut the lines. The interchange there just started dialing numbers at random.
And the symptoms you're seeing match those we've been tracking here?
Sickness, headaches, nosebleeds, eventual hemorrhage, then just light. Whatever the hell that means.
Then we've got to stop it before it finds another way out of the valley.
It's contained.
What if you're wrong? Are you happy to have that on your conscience?
Stephen, I said it's contained.
Okay, so Steven obviously wants to just kill this at any cost because it's clearly he kind of blames himself for it, and he's trying to stop it no matter what, and thinks it's a sickness. So bleeding, so first symptoms, bleeding into hemorrhaging, and then just light. So so maybe each of the like major story points where you like have to move it around kind of a thing, maybe all of those are times when people died, like that person died at that moment, like one of the people in the conversation, I mean. Where is this confounded phone? Oh, there it is.
Hello, Frank Appleton.
Breaker lost cowboy, this is Traveling Sherlock. You copy, over.
You daft bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone.
You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you.
It is serious. It's not larking about.
You be listening to your number stations again, Frankie.
It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint.
I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think.
I'll not argue with that.
Frank, have you seen the sky? It's amazing. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I didn't realize we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
Okay. So it's obvious that some people are fascinated and kind of like the or what was going on atmospherically, and some people are scared of it and don't like it. Some people don't like the fact that there's a change.
Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Steve, and he always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car. It's probably rabies.
Okay, so the light seems to be killing animals as well. There's a whole bunch of dead birds everywhere. Their dog was, you know, missing, or maybe dead, who knows. But, Harvey seems like a good dog. Oh, this can be unlocked, okay. Don't suppose there's a phone in this greenhouse, is there? No? Okay. Or this shed, I should say. That door is not unlocked, so... yeah. I'm not going to check things as thoroughly as I was with the first section, because I just wanted to be super duper thorough with the first section. But with this section, there's so much to walk around and see that I don't really want to do that, because it'll take forever to get through these, and I'm kind of hoping to pump through them. Or to get through these a little bit faster, so I can do maybe one video per story, or 2 videos per person's story. And then once I finish this game, we'll move on to play something else. I haven't entirely decided what yet, but I got a lot on the lineup that I want to do. And then Skyrim will kind of be a much more consistent, like, that keeps going for a long time kind of a thing, until eventually it gets boring, and then we'll be done with it. But yeah, I got a couple of games that will just be single video stuff too. Like, you make one video about it and then it's good. You don't really need to make another one, but just kind of get the word out there about the games because they're fun. Anyway.
Phone call from Steven. He wants to shut down the receiver. Something about instances across the valley. There's intermittent electrostatic discharges radiating out of Tower 6. All of the electrics on the main gate are blown. I'll find time to take a look once the data stream begins to calm down here.
Okay. Fascinating. Okay, cool. Fascinating. Okay, anyway. Let's continue. Wendy seems much more in-your-face aggressive than Jeremy was. Like, she's constantly following me, is constantly nearby. And she also will zoom right into my face, whereas Jeremy never did that. So, I don't know, maybe they're exactly the same, and I just like to think there's a difference, but I don't know, I think either way it's still pretty cool. Ooh, fancy bridge. Nice. Okay, apparently you can't fit through the human side of the gate. Gotcha. Maybe we're not human. Bum, bum, bum. What are we? Who knows? There's a story point nearby, isn't there? Right there.
Wendy, I'm married. You have to stop this.
He's still sweet on you, Elizabeth.
He left. It's too late.
You loved each other long before she came along. It's just about making things as they should be.
Wendy, no.
It's not like you won't bump into each other anyway. One drink, what can that hurt?
One drink, maybe.
Oh, one drink, wonderful.
Okay. So, Wendy's trying to hook up the other one here with Steven. Wasn't paying enough attention to see to hear other names, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, so I'm actually recording this Tuesday evening, and then I'm gonna record with the guys here in a couple hours once they all get done with their prior commitments, and we're all ready to go. So probably gonna record a well, I suppose you'll already know it. We've recorded by the time you see this video. But probably going to record a Rocket League or something, just because golf is going to get super, super boring if we keep doing that one. And that should be a late night one anyway, because it's funnier when it's at late night, which I know this last one was kind of boring. But, you know, do what you can. Okay, so there's a story point nearby. I know that. Okay, Wendy, can you chill, please? I know that there's a story point down there, because that's the crashed car, but I really don't want to go look at that right now, so hold up.
Good grief, Wendy, you'll catch your death.
They're all dead, Father. All of my birds.
Here, take my jacket.
I tried to be a good woman, a Christian woman, but I've been proud.
Just as the Lord forgave you, so also should you. What matters is we try our best. God sees that. Come back to the village with me.
I'm not so far from Stephen's now. I need to find my son. It's what Eddie would have done.
Yes, I suppose it is. I'll say a prayer for you.
Thank you, Father. She loved you, you know, Mary. You helped her. I'm sorry if I judged you harshly.
Doesn't matter, Matt. It's late. You should find a place to sleep. I'm sure when the sun comes up, everything will seem better.
Okay, so Wendy and Jeremy had some history, obviously. Still not sure what it is. Had something to do with Mary. Maybe she didn't approve of Jeremy being with Mary or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's go do that car story point now. Oh, geez, the music's so loud. Oh, and I'm gonna get another copyright for this. Yeah, I'm not really worried about getting copyrights right now, though, because it honestly doesn't matter at all. Because, like, the only thing it does, it makes it so I can't monetize the video, but I can't monetize yet anyway, so what does it matter? Maybe I was wrong, maybe there isn't a story point down here, but there's one later that talks about this car. So yeah, remember the car. So Wendy was obviously a raiser of birds, and then all of her birds died. So she was rather sad about that, but yeah, I think later on they talk about this car, or you hear something about it. I don't know. I don't remember. We'll find out together, I suppose. Anyway, let's journey onward. And if I miss anything major and you guys are like, oh my gosh, how could you miss that kind of a thing, then that's likely to happen. I'm kind of oblivious to a lot, but you know, it's all good. The secret stash. No, just kidding, it's not secret stash. Da, 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 da. But yeah, still, like I said earlier, view counts on videos are like slowly decreasing. Like it's getting less and less gradually for every single video, which is kind of supposed to happen. It kind of happens anyway, and then hopefully we'll go back up as I just continue to put out more content that's, you know, decent, and hopefully people enjoy it for some reason. But anyway, let's watch this point. Nope, not that way. There we go. There it is.
Howard, what's happened?
Stephen, thank God. Listen, I need you to get to the junction box, see if there's a phone working. No, stay back, don't come up here! Oh, Christ. Is that...
Bloody idiot! Where the hell did they think they were going?
I think they must have thought they could walk out along the line.
Well, there won't be any more trains now.
You're a callous bastard, Stephen.
Just pragmatic, Howard. Did you say there's a working phone in the junction box?
Okay, so Steven, I think these were people that got hit by the train or run over by the train or something, I don't know. But Steven was not very upset about it, I suppose. But so now we know Steven has a goal. So Wendy's goal is right now is to find Steven. Steven's goal is to get to the junction box and find a working phone to get a call out. So Steven is clearly going to be working on that. Is that a bomb? Yep, that's what that is. Just chilling there in the middle of the train tracks. I see no issue. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I need to figure out what I'm going to title this video. I suppose by then you'll all already know, but by the time you see this you'll all already know what it's titled. But for those of you that are consistently watching all these, thank you so much, because it really does mean a lot. We're at almost 10 hours of total watch time of everybody. Like, everybody that watches has watched for almost 10 hours. All the videos, which is crazy that people would...
I lost my shoes.
Hang on.
I lost my shoes, sir. There's arches on the green. They've taken my shoes, sir.
Howard? Howard Lantham! You open the door this instant, young man.
I lost my shoes.
Now get up. Get up.
I lost my shoes.
What on earth are you doing here, Howard?
Stephen, he told me to stay in case Lizzie phoned.
Stephen, where is he?
What are you doing with those birds?
Concentrate, Howard. Where's Stephen?
He said we couldn't help them. He took my shoes, so I'd stay.
Listen to me, Howard Lantham. You find your shoes and you get to the village. Find Father Jeremy, he'll give you some soup or something. Be off with you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find my son. Then I'm gonna ask him what on earth he thinks he's doing.
Okay, yeah, so Wendy's obviously going after Steven. Steven went for the phone and told Howard to stay here and took his shoes. So maybe those were Howard's shoes that were over there in the tracks. I don't know. Hard to say. When there's no bodies, because everything gets, you know, turned into light. But, anyway, so like I was saying, for those of you that are watching consistently, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to have that going on, because putting out content and not having it get views is, like, Really discouraging, I know. But I'm getting some views at least on each one, which means that there's still some people out there that find me at least mildly entertaining, I suppose. So. Is there anything over here that I should see? Are there any phone calls or anything? Is there anything important to be seen over here? Anything on this pier? Nope, just crystal clear water. Which is actually kind of weird. That's almost too clear. Maybe the light did something to the water too. Because it's clearly killing all the birds, and Wendy's Wendy's carrying them around. So, yeah. I probably won't put warnings in the video for audio spikes, except for maybe I'll put one at the very beginning, like before the video ever starts. I'll put in one that says, like, warning, this video will contain audio spikes. Kind of a thing. So, yeah, sorry about them. I know, I'm sorry. But, like I said, allergies are awful. So, but anyway, yeah, so help spread the word that this channel doesn't completely suck, if that's your opinion on it. If you think it does completely suck, then, don't bother watching, I guess. Like, I've never understood why people would watch a video just to dislike it. It's like, if you don't like it, then just move on with your time. Don't bother disliking it. You're just helping to ruin that person's day. So, you know, I just would say don't bother. So, yeah. Just kind of moving along in the story here. We're almost done with this episode, I think. We'll probably call it soon. Maybe hope to get another big story point. So then it saves, and then we'll call it good. Because that way I don't have to, you know, walk back through more of the observatory. I hear the phone, but I don't see it. Is it in here? Up here, I should say. In here.
Wendy, wake up.
Eddie, is that you?
No, it's me. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. The door was open. I didn't think Graham would mind.
I'm sure he won't. What are you doing here?
Looking for Stephen, but I just ran out of steam. And the door was open. Have you listened to the radio? I thought I heard him on the radio before.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away.
What's he talking about?
I dunno ken. But if he's on the radio, I can try and reach him on the CB. You go to Stephen's house, and if I get hold of him, I'll tell him to come and find you.
Okay, so Wendy was searching for Stephen, couldn't find him, so decided to lay down right there. Oh, no, please don't. That's creepy. So she decided to lay down for a little while, which means she's probably sick, because I know, like, you think she's an older lady, so she, you know, it does make sense that she'd get tired and would need to stop. But at the same time, the sickness would give you headaches and everything. So, you know, finding out that she had it really wouldn't surprise me. Radio.
There's something in the observatory with me. I can feel it reaching out to me. When it's close, I'm overcome with the most profound sense of loneliness.
Okay. Getting a little bit weird. So she's obviously, like, thinks it's a great thing and they need to welcome it. They can't turn it away, all that sort of stuff. Stephen hates it, on the other hand. He thinks it's evil. Are you following me, Wendy? You are. Anyway, so yeah, I guess if we can't find another big story point to save it automatically, then I'll just remember where I am, and if it happens to back me up, then I suppose I can just go to that spot. I was kind of hoping it would just kind of auto-save for me, but that's all good. But anyway, we'll stop in this little thing over here. Peter Pan. Huh. Last star on the right. Which isn't true, it's actually second star to the right. So, huh, maybe that's meant to mean something. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and let's just call this video here. And yeah, so we we're a little ways through Wendy's story, learning a little bit about her, what she's doing, what her goals are, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video, at least a little bit, and I hope that I will see you guys all back here next time for the next Everybody's Gone to the Rapture video. You all are amazing, and I love you all. Yeah, so see you next time. Panda Fluff out.
Okay. Dancing beat. Hi everyone, I'm your best friend, back in town again.